Great. So welcome everyone. This is Sapana Kejadiwal. I'm founder of Scrum Master Mastermind, and welcome to our HOF space where we celebrate the success stories of our community members, and we give this HOF kind of award to our students who recently got into a Scrum Master role from the other roles or maybe some related roles. Okay. And today we have Manish on the hot seat. So he's from Delhi, and he recently got a few of the Scrum Master offers. So Manish, welcome to Hot Seat and congratulations for this big milestone. I know the journey which you have been going through, and you have explained your details also, previous how you were struggling, right? So congratulations for this milestone, and I know the hard work which you have put in into this. So thank you so much for being part of this community. And yeah, over to you, Manish.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you so much, first of all, for all the wishes, appreciation, and always guidance. So maybe I guess you want to know how the journey started,
Yes,
or you want
absolutely.
an
You just
intro
can.
about me, or
No,
what?
yeah, you can just brief about yourself, Manish, like how, like your total work experience, what was your earlier role, right?
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a total experience of almost 6.5 years into corporate, and I have worked in. This is my third company, which I have recently joined as a Scrum Master now. So I started as a software developer. I was into a tech role. Then my career transitioned into a senior developer, growing in the ranks, and I had a very good 5.5 years of association with Bosch, Robert Bosch. So I guess I got a very good exposure there, both, as a developer, senior dev. But over time, I just noticed that, my inclination was more towards, people side or the project side. So
Yeah.
my inclination was always towards project management side. So I was not that, geek techie person,
Hmm.
not typical of that sort. So what I thought was, my contribution can be better in terms of rather than, writing a very beautiful code, but rather than actually being, kind of a person who can lead. So that way I had an inclination towards project management, and I was very open or vocal about my needs to the management. So whenever I used to get a chance to speak to my management or my manager's immediate manager, made the appraisal meeting or half yearly feedback meetings, I
Hmm.
always used to tell them that if there is a role open, of this sort, I'll be very happy to take this up.
Correct.
So I guess my management was very good, or maybe they were very nice to give me this opportunity at a very young age. So they trusted me, and I also filled up the shoes nicely. So I was lucky to be at the right time, at the right place, maybe with the right people. So that is what worked for me. When I crossed almost 4.5 to 5 years of experience, I got a chance as as a proxy PM. So
Okay.
it was sort of an associate project manager role.
Yes, absolutely.
And that was my first experience or first taste into project management.
Okay.
And that is when I got a transition opportunity. So along with that, I got an opportunity of being a Scrum Master also. So it was not a full-time project manager role. It was,
Hmm.
like a proxy acting to a project manager, but at the same time, I started the Scrum Master role. And obviously, then I grew into the role. I completed the CSM certification, and I understood things, and that is how things went. And obviously, then I needed a job change, and I was looking for a pure Scrum Master role, because obviously in my previous organization, focus was more into project management, and obviously
Okay.
there's a difference between project management and Scrum.
Yeah.
So I was looking maybe more roles towards Scrum Master. So that
Yes.
is how I've started my job search, and that is the journey starts. So that's quite a brief about me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Great to know about your journey, Manish, and your continuous learning attitude. That's what I can sense from your brief, right? You always had that quest to move up in your career ladder, and you were vocal about it, sharing your aspirations with your managers, which actually help you, to get that proxy PM and, actually get into that space of management.
Yeah.
And that's where your Scrum and your
And they
management.
were, I guess, very generous also to
Hmm.
give me the opportunity. They trusted me,
Yes,
and somewhere it worked also. So it was a win-win for both of us, I would say.
correct, correct. Absolutely. Great to know that, Manish. So now tell me, like, how many offers now do you have as a Scrum Master, like when you started applying for it?
Okay, so to be honest, I started my job search in February 2024. This is
Yes,
July now, so interview was a little late. Maybe I informed you maybe a little late,
yes,
but the beginning phase was not very easy, to be honest.
correct.
You know, the job market was not very stable. It was very down, and the trend was on the downward side. So obviously, it took me quite some time to get my first call itself. To be honest, it took almost a month of time.
Yes,
And this was the first time I was applying jobs as a Scrum Master, to be honest.
yes,
So I had never applied jobs
yes,
as a Scrum Master. Before also I had attended interviews, but they were into more tech roles as a
yes,
senior developer.
yes,
But this was actually I had no experience in this. But over the course of time, I was lucky to crack 3 job interviews,
wow.
and basically my main motivation was I wanted to, come back to Delhi. So I was working in Coimbatore location. So
Okay.
Coimbatore is in Tamil Nadu. So I was
Hmm.
working in Bosch Coimbatore, and I wanted to make a transition to Delhi NCR where my family is. So yeah, it was a personal reason. I wanted a location change, and since maybe Bosch did not have an office in Coimbatore,
Okay.
sorry, in Delhi,
Delhi, yeah.
obviously. So I had to make that change, and that was a personal motivation behind the change. And then obviously, once I started applying, and as I said that, at times with preparation, you have to be a little bit lucky also. So you have to be at the right time at the right place. And I
Hmm.
was just, maybe God blessed me, and I was lucky to have 3 offers finally.
Great. Thank you so much, and congratulations, Manish, for bagging those 3 offers without even having the much experience into Scrum and Agile earlier, and as a Scrum Master specifically, right? So why don't you tell the people who will watch you on YouTube and even other our community members, like, when did you get into this community Scrum Master Mastermind, and what was actually going on in your mind, right, while joining this community? What was your intention of joining, and what challenges you faced earlier, and how this community has helped the experience that has helped you to overcome those challenges? So if you can just touch base a little bit on that part.
Sure, sure. So basically, as I said that my journey of job seeking starts in February. So I was looking for a space where I can find some mentorship.
Hmm.
So I was because this space was little new for me. New in
Yes.
the sense, obviously, I had relevant work experience before, and I
Hmm.
knew the basic fundamentals,
Yes.
but I had no idea what would be the expectation in the interviews. That is
Hmm.
my, honest answer. I did not know what they will ask or how a Scrum Master interview would be conducted, because obviously if you are giving an interview for a CPP developer, you know that you have to cover OOPS concepts, you have to,
Hmm.
basic programs, you have to cover a little bit of LLD knowledge you should have the system
Yeah.
level knowledge. So such basic prerequisites are there. But for a Scrum Master interview, what?
What exactly?
So obviously I used to go through a lot of YouTube channel and all that stuff. I used to Google a lot, but I wanted a structured content on the
Yeah.
first place. There were 2 reasons to join this community. So structured content, what was I was looking for? And second thing was I was looking for a mentor. I was looking for mentorship, if possible, a one-to-one mentorship.
Hmm.
So obviously, I was in a quest for a job with these two. I was looking for these 2 points,
Hmm.
and when I applied, or I guess one fine morning in Instagram, I saw your advertisement. So
Hmm.
that is how it all started. I attended your seminar where you gave an introduction. I don't know if you remember. After that, we had a call also.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
called you.
remember.
And,
You called me. I
yeah,
remember.
yeah, and I was actually asking that there are a lot of pranksters or scammers going these
Yeah.
days. So I'm really sorry for that, but
No,
that was
that's
not a
okay.
direct jibe with you that time. But obviously, you cannot trust anyone so easily these days. So
Absolutely.
there are a lot of people selling, some people are selling crap also. But
Yes.
obviously, I guess you told me that we are working hard in this community, and why don't you take a leap of faith?
Hmm.
So I clearly remember your words. Your words were, why don't you take a leap of faith? I can only explain you to a certain extent. I can only make you believe. Rest you have to experience yourself.
Yeah.
So why can't you take a leap of faith? And that is when I thought that, okay, humans have to believe humans. So I don't know. Let me take the leap of faith, and I guess that paid off. Because when I started with the course, I was very clear with you that maybe I may not be able to attend all your live calls, because obviously I had client meetings that time, and it was very difficult to manage because
Hmm.
my job was little hectic that time. So but that way also there was a help from your side. You told me that already the content is sort of recorded, and you can view that content if you are in a hurry at your own pace,
Yeah.
if you cannot attend all the live sessions. So my approach there was, obviously I completed the payment, I enrolled in your community. So I found a structured content, and B, you were also, with your mentorship, you used to send those common mails where
Hmm.
you talked a lot about mindset, how to
Yeah.
prepare oneself mentally. So I believe that preparation, mindset preparation is also very important to
Absolutely.
have that aura of positivity, and that aura of positivity around you.
Correct.
So that building of that aura is very important, because sometimes it's not always about only preparation or technical preparation. Technically you can write, okay, I want to master Jira, I want to master ADO, I want to master
Yes.
Scrum concepts. You can
Yes.
make a list, but
Absolutely.
that sometimes only that is not enough. Sometimes you need that element of luck also, and that comes from all those visualizations or manifestation, whatever you call. So I guess in your course I got the structure, and I got indirect mentoring in that sense,
Yes.
because obviously you may not be able to do one-to-one mentoring to all,
Yes.
because it would be a little unfair, unfair ask from
Hmm.
our side to you if we say that, please mentor one-to-one everyone.
Hmm.
So that indirect mentorship plus structured content, now I knew I have to go through this on. Oh, I got a holistic picture basically
Absolutely.
through that content, and I knew what to approach and how to approach. And that is how I built a very positive mindset, and I went on bang on. And I guess the second or third, first couple of interviews did not work for me. It was
Hmm.
not that I was rejected. Um, I cleared the first round for both of them. It was that the positions went on hold. That is what the HR feedback I got. But
Hmm.
the third chance, I got a job offer from TCS. That was my first offer. So TCS Delhi, I cracked. And
Wow.
after that, I cracked the job in Pune. I got an offer from Lear Technologies Pune, that was into automotive space.
Wow.
And I guess after that, yeah, one more interview I gave, and again, they did not respond. So I was like little confused, because I
Hmm.
never got a very proper answer. Again, they did not say that your profile is rejected. It was just that, things are on hold as of now. So I don't
Yes.
know, maybe HR had their own reasons.
Absolutely.
But just before I decided to join TCS, I cracked my third offer. That was S&P Global. So
Wow.
so that was the third and the best offer in, comparing all three. So I guess that is when I gained confidence that yes, I can do. Now I have, a structured approach how to, crack this code. And I guess that is my journey. And
Wow.
finally I joined S&P now. You can check my LinkedIn also.
Yes,
So
I did like your post actually. I
yeah, I
replied.
saw your comment. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much, Manish. And you are like bang on, right? The one thing which you said, it's not only about the technicality of the role, right? When I say technicality, it's not about coding, but yeah, whatever role you're applying for, even for the Scrum Master role, that knowledge is needed. Alongside that, your mindset plays a very, very
Yes, true.
important role,
Exactly. So
right?
basically, I what I feel is that if you are in a desperate situation, obviously there can be various situations. Either you are simply looking for a job change, you're very comfortable in your job, you don't have that push on you, but at the same time there can be situations where you are desperately looking for a change, maybe
Hmm.
personal or professional reasons. So
Hmm.
when you're in that mode, there's a tendency that you may go on the negative mindset, that
Absolutely.
things are not working, oh my god, the interview did not work out.
Hmm.
Because I remember giving an interview in Bain and Company. So that was obviously that round went very well for me. I answered everything, but still I did not make it, or and maybe it was like they had found maybe a better ideal candidate which fits
Yeah,
their requirement. So I
absolutely.
was very disappointed. It was because that time it was one of the dream company for me, to be honest, and I was thinking that, you know, what wrong did I do? But
Hmm.
eventually I understood that it is not that always you are doing wrong or you are doing something wrong.
Yes,
Sometimes, you're just not lucky, or sometimes it just doesn't work. So
absolutely.
that's okay. There are a lot of opportunities, and obviously creating that positive mindset is very important. So to all the viewers, what I would like to say is that, if you've decided on doing something, just stick to it, and just because all these little things do work. With
Absolutely.
a very structured curriculum or approach, you need that pinch of magic, and that pinch of magic either comes from blessings, or creating that positive aura or vibe around you. So all these small
Absolutely.
things matter. So if you're part of this community already, please do follow the steps what a ma'am sends or shares with you in the email, whether
Hmm.
it can be listening to all those positive notes, positive things, or doing those small things correctly.
Absolutely.
So
Yes,
that is what my message would be. Don't give up, and things can work out. Anything is possible. Yeah.
absolutely, Manish. Great, great. And you said it right. So let's say if you're vibrating at negative frequency, let's say if you got into disappointment, right? And you start feeling low. I mean, you start attracting all the situations and the circumstances which may not go in your favor. So in any of the case, you really need to
True.
have your that right mindset, even though it's negative, if it's not, things are not going the way you want. See, it's part and parcel of life, but how you make your mindset at that moment, that really matters,
Yeah,
right?
that is what matters. Yes, true.
Absolutely. So great. And you said it really right, Manish, that yeah, mindset plus skill set, both of them are needed
Yeah,
to
yeah.
achieve any of the goals. Great. So Manish, just last question from my end. As you already answered in some or other way, but definitely, people who would watch you on YouTube and even our community members, they would like to know some good tips from you, maybe one or two tips which you can share with them, which actually worked for you, and that would really inspire others. That if Manish can do it, definitely I can also do it. So based on your overall experience, if you would like to give some tips to our community members,
Sure.
it would
So
be.
first thing I would say, you know, s- look at your own structure, like the structure which you have already shared. It has a product vision, product roadmap. So similarly, break your journey in that mode, or in that way,
Yes.
where you have a clear goal, first of all, that what do I want to do. So I was very clear, I want this role in this city. That was my vision.
Okay.
Now, how do I achieve that vision? I broke that. To break into this role in this city because I want to be with my family or whatever personal reason.
Yes.
What are the skill sets needed? I broke them. So,
Wow.
okay, technically I need to have good, maybe Jira hands-on, ADO hands-on. After that, maybe I need to be good with these MS tools, Microsoft tools, basics about that, because
Yes.
somewhere or the other you are not just handling Jira, you are creating different metrics.
Absolutely.
You should know how to create different dashboards. You should know how to create different reports. You are doing monthly project status report submissions also, so you should have a good hands on in basic things. And obviously you should know, if you are not very experienced into Scrum, you should be thorough with the Scrum concepts first of all.
Yes.
So you should know what is a Scrum guide, you should know what is Agile Manifesto, the basic things. Three, obviously all the theory you should know, all the theory plus what you can serve how you can help the organization or the people. That should be your mindset. I would say
Hmm.
going an interview, it should not be always about I somewhat somehow desperately want to get that job. It
Hmm.
should be more about how you can contribute to that job. You should try to understand that what is your expectation from,
Like,
from me. What is going to be your expectation? You should have that. So that interview should be a two-way communication. It should not be like one person asking you what are the
yeah,
three key pillars of Scrum, or such only these
absolutely.
theoretical questions. Once you start that mature conversation with the interviewer himself would understand that, okay, maybe this guy is already mature and he is just thinking one level up. So I would
Correct.
say, along with, first start with the foundation level. Be ready with all the theory. Never ignore theory. I would never say that, be ignorant about it. Be clear about the fundamentals. Have some sort of certification. That would be of a great help, I would say.
Absolutely.
If you have CSM, PSM, or anything works, because these days certifications do matter.
Correct.
At least for that basic filtering criteria, it will
Yes.
help. So second thing, obviously the certification. Third thing, once you are selected for the interview, be honest. Don't uh, don't cook a lot of stories. Obviously you have to be a good storyteller in the sense you have to tell from your experience
Experience. Yeah.
what worked for you and what did not work for you, and you have to be very transparent, and you have to have a very honest one-to-one conversation where you understand the expectation and then you explain how you can contribute to that role. So that is very important in my aspect. And obviously people do like honest people, or that should be the way. Especially for the scrum master interview, you should have the courage, the qualities of a scrum master. So basically, in a nutshell, it has to be whatever curriculum you have already given in 10 chapters. It
Hmm.
has to be, you should have a vision. you
Yeah.
should you should know how to break that vision, and then break it into small milestones or chunks. That this
Correct.
is what I cover. This is what I want to cover in this day or this week, and then this is how I want to approach my interviews. Have a very clear roadmap, and then start working in sprints, and
Yes.
do regular retro. So apply Scrum in real life.
Real life. Yeah.
Apply Scrum in real life, you will definitely get the results.
Absolutely. Great saying, Manish. I mean, that's a great, I would say tip which you have shared, right? Applying Scrum to even the job search or even whatever you want to achieve,
Yes.
right? Sprinting
Yes.
and defining that goal and then a roadmap to achieve that and breaking it down and then working on one task at a time, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And yes, absolutely. So great, Manish. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and for giving me your valuable time to come on this hot seat and serving back to this community. And
My
yes,
pleasure.
I really appreciate this. And I wish you all the very best, Manish, in your future journey. I see you are a visionary. I mean, I am truly saying this based on our conversation, which we have, right? You are truly a visionary and you are truly have the aspirations. It's not that you are here just to get into some role. I mean, you do think bigger, right? And that's how it is actually helping you to take those inspired actions which are aligned with your goals. So great to have you in my community and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your great words. I guess, getting compliments from mentor or guru, that is like, a big thing. So
Yes.
I guess my Sunday evening is awesome.